the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A run, it's Murray. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Allen. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
On the return, here's Agnew. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40, 20, he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 35. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Bills are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They run with Murray. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Agnew now to return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Down to about the 45.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They go play action now. Lawrence looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Throwing on second and long. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 35.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. The Bills at 11-3 on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 18. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Allen going to throw. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, they picked up a first down for him, too.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Once more, Murray. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st down, Lawrence. Got him in. It's Tyquan Thornton. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 6 yards left on 2nd down. ETN up the middle. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
Carter, I think this will win a ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
56, 56. Half 85, half 85.
10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Allen. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line ready to go. Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Now Lawrence. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Oliver. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Hey, hold it.
Now Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Thornton, and he's got him. Touchdown, New England. A 3-yard touchdown pass as they have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have... from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Allen. And it's It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action with Lawrence. And he gets this to Thornton. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Hey, Mike 7.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Go.
Lawrence. Got his man. It's Thornton. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough.
Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Going deep for Diggs. This is intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On the set.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
On play action, Lawrence. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll run with ETN. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Handoff running left is ETN. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? We're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That goes out wide to Murray. And he's got some space here. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
On 1st down, Murray. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
They run from the shotgun with Murray. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On third down, Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw a second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Throwing on second down. Allen, that's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
They'll give up the gut for Murray. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Allen now looks to throw. Buying time to his left. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 66 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. Touchdown, Bills! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Bills have recovered. He has been a workhorse for them in this game. And ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it. When he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense. Knowing that he's going to be the primary guy, they'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They'll try to right side with Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. A 20th carry coming up now for Murray. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line.
Brings up 3rd down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and a mile. Again, it's Murray. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Etienne bringing in another one. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Over the middle to Smith. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Looking here for Smith downfield. They've got his man complete. A big play there for New England. 44 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Steps away to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed, and the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. And that flag accepted. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. In motion, the tight end. To the air, Allen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They go with Murray again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. Up the middle, Murray. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bills are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he wisely will throw that one away. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. This is Smith with a grab. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence going to get this to Etienne. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Lawrence. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bills have recovered. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give. This is Murray. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Bills, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for New England, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.